What's going on, everybody? This is a special episode from the King's Corner. This is about parenting. You ever wonder how people end up as young adults being home well into their 20s, sometimes into their 30s, and sometimes in the 40s at home with their parents? Something didn't happen that needed to happen early on in life. Somebody didn't get that push. I am in the phase to where I am giving the push to my last few kids to get them out into the world, to be their best selves, to live their best life, to go and fail hard and fail often, and still know that you have a place to come back to so that you can technically live your best life. From the age of 18 up until at least 23, 24, you should be living what's called your best life. My personal problem is that I have a couple of children that they're safety oriented, and I don't know what to do about that. But one thing that I will not allow to happen is that they will just be in the nest and be warm and be cuddly. And I know parents that do that. I have friends that do that. They parent in such a way that their kids can always be home. But that's just not the way that the rules of engagement happen in my household. So what I had was a couple of abrasive conversations, and in my mode of learning more about myself and life, and knowing that this girl of mine is a sovereign soul. At some point, you make your choices, you live with them. At some point, I let go, and I'm here to advise and counsel. That's where I am. I wrote a letter because with this particular girl, things change. The narrative changes. And I personally wanted to document this so that in the future I can use my favorite term, let the record show. I want to share with you all what I read. And here goes. Dear kid number 3, thinking back on our recent conversations about progress towards your life goals, we understand your desire for full independence and your belief in yourself, that you are ready to handle this. You've made your decision abundantly clear to us that you're doing what you believe is best for you. Your life choices are your decisions, not ours as your parents. We support you in living your life without interference. It seems as if you perceive our desires for your prosperity and well-being as unwanted interference, and we will honor your wishes by withdrawing comments, suggestions, or feedback unless directly asked. Since you are settled into your career and are comfortable and happy with those circumstances, it is now time for you to have full independence. This includes living arrangements for which you are fully responsible. You may take the next 90 days to gather resources and save money to fully embrace this next chapter of living independently. With this time, if you choose to re-enroll in school, secure opportunities outside of Atlanta, or make other clear, progressive moves that demonstrate long-term investment in your future, then you are welcome to continue staying here for as long as we live in this home. We truly desire to be a platform for you to expand and pursue your dreams. We truly believe in you, and we want you to have everything that you truly desire. Live a life with no regrets and great stories to tell. We will continue to support you in whatever ways you allow. With loving care, Dad and Angela. Now, you're probably wondering what she considers a career. Her career is working at this daycare and playing with kids and coming up with curriculums, and she says she wants to be a teacher, but she's not pursuing anything educational towards that. This girl is highly creative, she's highly intellectual. I have a problem with wanting the best for people and putting that information in front of them, but I'm growing to learn that the decision-making process is theirs. Right? I want everybody to be well. I want everyone to be well. I want everyone to be wealthy. I want everyone to prosper. I certainly don't want the boomerang effect when I gave you everything that you needed, right? I'm open to hearing like what your thoughts are. what your suggestions are. Would you allow this? Would you just allow your kid to just fluff around and bounce until they found themselves in their 30s or 40s? Again, this kid is 19, right? There's time, but I'm just trying to get this kid to say, hey, if you want to go to San Francisco and live, cool. If you want to go to New York, if you want to go to Miami, if you want to go to another country for 3 months, cool. Live life, experience a few things, because life is going to get serious soon enough. But this is your moment where you live your best life and have fun. So just trying to get a little push out of the nest. That's what's going on in the King's Corner. I appreciate you. Let me know your suggestions, and let me know if you have any similar pain points. This is a totally different generation that we're dealing with. I often think about our future. What does the future look like for people that are so lackadaisical? 40 years ago, you had a person that stayed on a job all of their life. 20 years ago, you had people that, went from job to build skills. And today, these little Thundercats wonder, what is a job and why is it even necessary? Again, I'd love to know your thoughts. I will see you in the next video. Until then, look your best, do your best, be your best. And don't be afraid to have those hard conversations.